Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. Well, I thought today would be a good day for another this and that video with a few garden updates to go with it. And so you can see here, this is just one set of my runner beans, and I did find I have more than just a scarlet runner. You can see right there, the it's called the sunset runner is also, there's at least one in there. You can see some more flowers from that one right here. And it is happily growing up over my pansies, and with a little help from me, I've got some yarn strung up there, and a couple years ago it got to that point where it's at now, but now it looks like it's going to extend farther, so I strung up some more yarn across that gutter for them to continue on. And it just, I typically will only get really a few beans off of these, but I'll get at least a mess, enough for a dinner. But it also adds just a little more beauty to my deck. So I'm loving this little section here. Even though my orange pansy in the middle is not doing super good, I do harvest a lot off of those. Now this plant back here, this is the soapwort. And it seems to be doing okay. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to look like, but you can see it's getting some little yellow flowers. I don't know that I'll actually do anything with it this year. I just thought I'd at least try growing it and see if I could grow it. Looks like it's growing fine. I don't know if it's supposed to be that leggy or not. I may need to try it in another area, but I just stuck it there because I didn't know where else to put it for now. Again, it was more of an experiment to see if I could even grow it. So you see my pansies in these 3 pots are doing good. These are 3 of the ones I didn't have to move because they didn't get overshadowed by the grapevines. And yes, I did end up having to throw some bird netting over my blueberries because for the past couple of years the grapevines have kept the robins out. But this year they found, I think it was simply because they just didn't see the blueberries, but now they found them and they've been eating a lot of them. Getting some grapes, but I gotta show you. You see that in there? That for us is the most grapes I've seen in one area. So I don't know if that's showing up. This is too dark for me to see. A bunch back in there. And remember, we're not in California, so our grapes are going to be much farther behind than other people's. People up here that grow their grapes in greenhouses, they have ripe grapes now. But I just don't have that kind of space in my greenhouse for that. So I also am right now making some chicken bone broth on the rocket stove because it's been a cloudy day. However, the sun is trying to come out. So I am warming up my Solavore solar oven, and I'll be, if it does get, the sun comes out good enough, I'll stick it in there and let it finish in there so I don't have to keep tending this fire. And the marshmallows are blooming even more. And I was going to measure that real tall one down there so I could tell you how tall it is, but I forgot to. I'm really, really loving this. This is just, I love how the peach and scarlet runner beans look when they're all mixed together. And look, there's the bean. Yay. Again, like everything else, better late than never. And as you can see up here, I've had to kind of help the beans along because they're not wanting to actually wrap around that thing. I think it might just be too wide. But if I can get them to go along there, that would be cool because it looks really pretty. Oh, here's a bigger bean right here, which is still tiny because these beans will get monstrous. So I will be showing you that as we go along. Now, that first echinacea that was starting to get its purpley pink color just doesn't look as healthy as I think it should. But we'll see. Maybe the proceeding flowers that come on, because you see a lot of flower heads on here. Maybe those will be healthier. This one here is also starting to open up. And then right here in my hand, I'm holding my first jar of 2017 lavender flowers. I've got a second jar started. I typically will only jar up about 2, but I get so many lavenders I don't know, I might do 3 this year just because I have people interested in purchasing my herbs for making their own vinegars, shampoos, etc. So I might dry up a 3rd jar, but I actually still have some lavender flowers from 2015. And even though the sun is not hitting my solar oven right now, it is still about almost to 225. So I think either way I should be able to put that bone broth in there and let it finish. So my solar oven is the Solibor, and there is a link to it in the description box. I will put this link first, if I remember correctly, and then I will put the rocket stove link second. I've been using the Solibor solar oven for, I'm thinking this is the 6th year. It seems like there's a lot of things we got about the same time, so I get confused. You know, I'm pretty sure this is the 6th year that we've used the Solibor oven, and I've been happy with it, even in our very cloudy climate, cloudy, wet climate. But I really can't use it in the wintertime, not here. It's just too dark and wet. But summer and spring and even early fall, we use this quite a bit. Okay, I'm not going to give you a full tour of the greenhouse today. I'm just walking through it because I want to show you a little bit what I got going on here. I have some clothes drying in here from the other day. I probably could put them out on the line because it was raining for the past couple days, so I wasn't able to dry my clothes outside. But anyway, what I really wanted to show you is what's going on right here. I just started this, so it hasn't even started rising, but I did, if you follow me on Steam It, you'll see my post about breads and how I've been experimenting with my fermentation starter, which I'll be doing a new video on that soon, using a raisin, making a raisin fermentation starter. Anyway, so I had pretty good success the other day making a small little loaf of bread, and I'll insert a picture of that right here. And that was using my blackberry fermentation starter, and it turned out pretty tasty. So that I used organic, store-bought white flour, because I didn't want to waste my good home-milled, hand-ground, organic hard white wheat flour for that, because, you know, it's a lot of work to do that. So that is what I'm doing today, is 100% whole wheat, and we'll see how well that does. So it's not really doing anything yet because I only just stuck it in the bowl. And once I get that all figured out, then I will do a video on that and show you how I do it. And then there's my oils infusing from that video. I'll post a link to that above there. Now, I have had, since doing that video, and I had never heard this before, and I appreciate the people that gave me that information, is that infusing garlic can be a little bit dangerous, apparently, and there's a possibility of botulism. I think it depends on how long you let it set. I don't know if it has to do with, I need to look into it more. I don't know if it has to do with how long you let it infuse or how long it is before you use it up. So I have a feeling I'll probably go through that pretty quick, because it's only going to be not even a full pint once I strain out all the herbs. But I guess I'm going to be the guinea pig yet again. So it did get me a little bit concerned, but I'll look into it a little bit more and find out for sure, so I can pass that information on. But I know a lot of people that do garlic infused oils, and they do quite well with them, so I'll do some more research. But anyway, this oil is if you didn't see the video, this is the calendula, calendula, roses, pansies, and marshmallow leaf. And I'm making that as another skin oil that I use in my skin cream. So I've been very happy with my infused oils in my skin cream. Then in here, let's see, I've got, well, just a few calendula flowers. I need to go pick some more. Those I actually picked yesterday. Usually I pick them the day before. Got some more rose petals. I'm not going to lift all this up because it's too hard with one hand. I also have nasturtium leaves and flowers in there. And in this dehydrator, more sage. I just put it in there, so it's just got started. Yeah, I have tons of sage. I really don't need to dehydrate anymore, but I'm doing it anyway. Oh, and one thing I will show you I have growing. This was a gift from a friend, and it is a Meyer lemon tree. Now, those of you who have been following me for some time know that I once had a Meyer lemon tree, and it was growing well, and I was so excited, and so we went and purchased more citrus trees, but we bought them straight from California and had them shipped up here, and it seems to me they must have come loaded with pests, because they became overwhelmed with several different types of bugs, including white flies, that totally killed them off. And then they went over to my Meyer lemon and killed it too, and I was just heartbroken. So this lady was moving, and thank you, you know who you are. I don't know if I should mention you by name, but thank you for this very much. Well, and as you can see, things are growing well out here in Big Garden. I am starting to get some zucchinis finally coming on, and I'm very excited. My corn is looking surprisingly healthy over there, and my borage is full of bees. And also I'll be shooting a marshmallow video today, so be watching for that coming out later this week. And let's see if I can guess how tall this tallest marshmallow is. I'm 5 feet tall. That has got to be a minimum of 8 feet. This thing is huge. It's funny because in Rosemary Gladstar's book she says upwards of 4 feet. Yeah. I'm telling you, it gets taller than that. Oh, hey, let's see what the chicky birds are doing. Hey guys, you huddling over in the shade? Is it getting a little bit warm today? Well, hi chicky birds. Sorry, I don't got any slugs for you now. And yes, my chicky birds love slugs. I am so thrilled. And that is a stalk of borage. I'll pull that out pretty soon. All these they love the borage. So then I'll just pull the stalks out and mow over them and use them as mulch. Hello, chicky birds. Yeah, you guys like the borage and the slugs, huh? And for those of you who are concerned about the chickens getting worms from the slugs, don't worry. I'm putting in diatomaceous earth in their food, so they should be good. Chickens eat slugs and worms in the wild, and so I don't see it as, you know, if they're allowed to free range, they're going to eat slugs and worms and all kinds of stuff. By the way, I have been picking those peas, and they are so tasty. I need to come out and pick some more. I want you to see how big these onions are. Okay, so so I'm 5 feet tall. This is actually in a pot. You see this. These are green onions. And then this is actually a dead cherry tree that I left for a trellis to grow more beans on. I love the scarlet and sunset runner beans. They're just my favorite. Anyway, back to these onions. You can see I've actually been cutting them off as needed and using them in my different dinners and stuff. Now in salads. These onions, here's the funny thing. And some of you already know this trick, but my son had bought some green onions, and I said, hey, when you're done with those, and look, give me the bottoms of them when you're all done with them, because I'm going to plant them. And I did that, and they took off, and I just keep harvesting, and they keep giving me more greens and more greens. I'll obviously leave this one to go to seed. It does work, people. If you haven't tried it yet, you can, you know, if you go to the store, you buy some green onions, just use what you want. You only need a piece like even that big. Stick it in there, and it'll start to grow. I've done this before, and it worked pretty good, but these are the healthiest ones I got yet. So they seem to be really happy there in that pot around the bean tree. So it's not a cherry tree anymore. It's a bean tree. And it's doing pretty good as a bean tree. Okay. Well, that's my this and that and a little bit of garden update for today. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.